Hey folks, Randy with Pete's RV TV here again for you today. Another quick tip segment from Pete's RV Center. Today I'm going to be talking about tire pressure and torquing our lug nuts. Something, you know, as we start the camping season's underway, as we know, and very important to check these two things when we are going to be towing, especially for longer distances. Now, when a trailer turns, our axles being so close together, we put a lot of pressure on those sidewalls. So unlike our car, having that pressure on our sidewalls could have a tendency to loosen up our lug nuts, and especially with the aluminum wheels. So what's really important before you start on these long trips, or at least once or twice a year, get out there. They recommend every 500 miles to torque your lug nuts on your trailer, and a lot of people don't do this. Now, the best way to torque a lug nut on a trailer is to actually jack the trailer up, get the wheel off the ground, chock it, and then tighten the lug nuts. Now, not everybody has the capability to lift one of these campers up in the air, so I'm going to tell you kind of a cheater way, but it's a good idea if you ever have your trailer in for service to have them torque the lug nuts as well. So the way we can do it in the yard, just as a little extra protection, is first of all, you're going to want a torque wrench, and not everybody's going to have a big expensive one like this. This is the one we use here in the shop. We want to set it for about 120 pounds. Now, torque wrenches could be bought at any local hardware store, or Sears or Walmart or something like that. You don't need a big expensive one, but you do need one that'll go up to at least 120 pounds. So first thing we want to do, 13/16. Now, a normal trailer out there is going to be a 1/2 inch stud, so that's going to take this guy here, and that's the ones we're going to torque to 115 to 120 pounds. If you have a larger trailer like a Montana, or one of the bigger fifth wheels out there with an 8-lug setup, you'll have to call your dealer and find out what the torque specs on those wheels. If it's got a larger stud on it, you're going to want to go up a little bit higher than that, so your local dealer can help you out with that as well. But anyway, on a standard trailer with a 1/2 inch stud, we're going to do 120 pounds. So pretty much we're just going to walk around the coach, put this on here, and tighten it until we get that click out of our torque wrench, and that tells me that we are torqued at 120 pounds. We're also going to want to go in a star pattern, so we want to take this down here from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. We tighten this one, and then up here to the 2 o'clock, over to the 9, and down to the 5, and that's how we appropriately torque a lug nut. Now, if you can't jack your trailer up, we might not be torqued properly just because of the weight we have on our wheels. So what I recommend that you do is, with the trailer hooked to the truck, put a piece of tape on our wheel. Now we know we've torqued them all like that. We can do the other wheels as well. And then let's roll this thing forward. Bring this tape down to the 6 o'clock position. That way we have taken and distributed our weight. If we've got any weight on the bottom, now it's on the top, so we can go ahead and do those lug nuts again. So that's kind of a cheater method, but again, the recommended method is to get it off the ground and torque them like that with a block underneath the wheel. But this will get the job done and make sure that these wheels won't loosen up as we're doing our traveling. Now we're going to talk about air pressure. Okay, here we are on the other side of the trailer. We're on the off-door side, or the driver's side, or the road side of the trailer, up by the VIN tag. Now, on the later model trailers out there, you're going to have what your recommended tire pressure should be. Now, after these things have sat for the winter, some pressure can go out of these tires, and they might look like they're fully inflated, but I have seen them down when they look good, still seen them down around 8, 10, 12, even 15 pounds. So if we want to make these trailer tires last for us a long time, especially with all of our stuff in them, it's really important that we have the appropriate air pressure in these tires so we don't have a blowout on our camping weekend. We do not want that. That can cause significant damage underneath the coach and just ruin our day trying to change the tire on the side of the road. So all tire pressures are going to be located in this area. This Outback here is recommended at 65 psi. So we just want to check here, and then fill the appropriate, put the appropriate air pressure in our tires on our coach, and that's going to give us safe traveling. So before you start out on those long trips on your camping weekend, make sure we torque those lug nuts. Make sure we check those air pressures, and that'll make your running gear safe and ready to go down the road. Also, very strongly recommended to check those wheel bearings at least once every 2 years. I know in Vermont we have a state inspection here, and we do check the wheel bearings. So if you don't have that state inspection in your state, make sure that you get this thing jacked up and we check the tightness of those wheel bearings. That's going to save us from spending some money down the road as well. So thanks again for thinking Pete's RV with Randy. Our quick tip segments, come join us on our Facebook page or our website. And remember, we like selling campers just as much as we like using them. So thanks again for watching Pete's RV today.